It's almost like you can feel him just standing there.
There's no hers
Lisa.
here. Lisa.
Nope.
So in almost a decade of researching the paranormal and going to a plethora of locations, I have never done one close to home. I'm from the Quad Cities in a small town called Geneseo, Illinois. A few towns over is Rock Island. That is our next location. So something about the YMCA, yeah, it's been around a long time. It's based on Christian beliefs. But I want to read you the mission statement. It's we strengthen the foundations of community through youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Our mission is to build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities by enriching the lives of all people in spirit, mind, and body. They use that based on the Christian beliefs of the Trinity. The fact that God existed in this building so often through Bible study, through groups, through the good and bad of the people that would stay weekly, the homeless, the violent. You have walks of every form of life. I think that is what makes this a haunting as well. The different emotions and the perspectives. And if you've noticed when darkness is present and light tries to find a way, it can go both ways. It can be positive or negative. Are these hauntings negative here?
Well, that's a pretty good point, Z, about God being in that building. Throughout my journey with the paranormal, I've had an opportunity to talk to a lot of demonologists, and they say one of the most dirty places you can go for dark energy is the house of God, a church.
What's wonderful about the YMCA is that they have 5 core values: caring, honesty, respect, inclusion, and responsibility. You think about that, that covers many different jobs, many different tasks, different ideas. That's how we need to treat this investigation, with those 5 core principles. In respect to God, to the YMCA, and those that stayed there. It's a way to respect those that hurt and that were lost more than we can fathom. And when you go to a place like this, you can feel that energy and that pain. And I hope that's something that becomes relatable for us. The fact that we are there, that they feel welcome and can communicate and tell their story. It's all about the respect, the honesty, and the sincere care. The historical Rock Island YMCA. Tell me about this place.
The Rock Island YMCA, there's not a whole lot that separates it from other YMCAs around the country and around the world for that matter, but it does have a long history of being a place to call home for a lot of people.
It's beautiful that the YMCA was created and launched, and the YWCA, because it gave people an opportunity when churches didn't have the money or resources to help people.
Right.
You run into that all the time. Churches just, they do their best, God be with them, but they can't save everybody. The YMCA had great funding and great opportunities. So this was a place for peace and rest. And I think that's so beautiful that we get to experience that as well.
Oh, we are definitely going to experience peace, rest, fear, you name it. We're going to have a wave of emotions.
Absolutely.
During our investigation. So on a cold January evening in 1976, the actual YMCA started on fire.
And from the picture, it looks like it worked its way up.
They probably just climbed up and chewed it away, and we can actually probably get with Lisa, and she might know more about the extent of the damage, but
or maybe the origin even.
The origin. But I can tell you that what's been done to the building since, you can't tell that it was ever on fire.
Sure.
Yeah.
So from 72, they said they were going to close.
Mm-hmm.
To 74, they create plans to design a new building. During 76, it's still functioning as a residential YMCA establishment.
Yep.
And a year later, in 77, it's sold.
It's sold, and the actual new YMCA building was open.
Okay.
So they closed it in June of 77.
So in 1996, this building changed into what we know as a furniture store. Tell me about this.
Dan Biner Furniture, they moved in there and they actually brought the building back to life, and not with just the paranormal investigations, but all the business coming through there. I mean, they do a lot of business out of that building.
You lost your husband.
I did.
What year did he pass away?
2013.
And what made you hold on to this place? Why did you keep going?
Well, it's my livelihood. It's all I have. It was his dream. Why give up on his dream?
You feel like you're supposed to be here still?
Well, I must be, because I'm still here. I never quit.
That's why you still have this place.
Well, yeah, I work 7 days a week.
You say it was your husband's dream.
Yes.
Is it your dream?
Not necessarily. I don't really have a dream. And we lost my mom 4 years ago. And we all came together for that. And we have Christmas and Thanksgiving here. Thanksgiving we'll have about 50 people. That's where my niece was out on the ramp by herself and looked up and saw a man standing on the stairs. She won't ever go back there by herself.
During a holiday dinner.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Scared her to death. You can hear, I've been up front and heard footsteps coming down the stairs right next to me. You can be, my kids have heard footsteps. You hear voices. Just about anywhere. I was recording in a stairwell. I picked up EVP of people talking. I couldn't hear them, but the recorder did. But you can always, and then we were here with a group investigating. I said, it looks like a shadow down there, and I took a picture. It's a shadow man.
Do you believe that the shadow figure and the voices are former residents?
Oh yes, yes. Me, I can feel them touch me now. Every once in a while you can feel where they're touching you. I've heard sometimes my mom's voice in my ear say my name. And I have a lot of EVPs where I'll just take a recorder and I'll pick up stuff.
Did your mother spend a lot of time here?
Yes, after my husband died, she lived at the high-rise a block down the street, and she'd walk down every day and answer the phone.
So you believe that maybe she is still there for you and still with you?
She's here. She's here. She's here, my husband's here, and my father has been seen here.
How do you know that your husband's here?
Just from what they tell me, and sometimes it's almost like you can feel him just standing there. He was a large man.
Strong man, large man.
Yeah.
And do you feel that security and that shelter when he's present? Or is it different?
No, you see, maybe sometimes where it'll just calm me down. I used to get really, really upset and fall apart all the time. Now, in the past 6 months, no. You know what? There's always somebody else with worse happening to them than what's happening to you.
Brought you to the 4th floor here tonight. This floor for me has always been very full of Missouri State Penitentiary calls them peepers. I call them onlookers. Turn this flashlight off here. This 4th floor of the YMCA, if the folks at home didn't know, or even if you didn't know, it used to be a dormitory. You could stay up here for free. Sometimes $7 a month, $4 a month, whatever you had a week. It was the dormitory. Guys lived up here. They went to work during the day and they came back up here and just slept. These are sleeping rooms.
What makes this personal?
It's really one of the first places here in town that I've seen shadows like this. And it's not just myself. I've held public investigations here and had multiple people with me see those peepers, these guys.
On a consistent basis.
On a consistent basis. So it's either happening or it's a mass hallucination. I just saw something move down there and it gave me chills.
The left side or the right side?
On the right side.
Are you curious to what's going on? We're going to be up here for a while, so please hang out with us.
We're going to be here for a visit.
I'm starting to feel like I'm being surrounded.
They do that.
Is that something you have felt?
Yeah.
Welcome. Did that say welcome?
Yeah. You mean welcome back, right?
I just felt a cold breeze on my back.
But that was a relief.
It was. Such a strange feeling. I feel like there are people around me in a circle. Like, who's the new guy? Did I say I am evil?
Whoa, dude.
What?
I told you about getting vertigo up here.
Did you just feel it?
That's usually down there in that room. I walked right here and turned and faced this room. Because I was going to say something about the REM pods, and I'm just like, ooh.
It's almost as if spiritual warfare was happening before our eyes. At this time, I wanted Nick to relax as I investigate the room that causes him to experience vertigo. How are you?
Hello?
I just got the chills, man. Did you enjoy staying up here? My name is Zeke. What is your name? Dan, are you happy that your wife kept your dream alive? Right now I feel extremely heavy. Are you walking?
No.
There's footsteps in the room next to me. I just heard a noise in here, so let's just let that camera run out there, down the hallway, and you stand right there, and I'm gonna do a spirit box session, all right? Who is walking in here? Adam?
This is the room that gives me vertigo every time I come in.
Get out of here!
Get out of here.
That's what it just said. Just as I covered it up. How about no? What are you gonna do about it? Same voice. The same voice that told me to leave appeared again when I re-entered the room. After I acknowledged this, a winged orb manifested before disappearing on camera. But I want to do something completely different right now. I want to go down to the first floor, lay down on one of the beds or one of the recliners,
And go to sleep.
I could. It's a lot cooler down there. But let's do the Estes method.
Okay.
We'll get down there, we'll get set up, we'll explain how it works, and for the first time ever on Afterlife Sessions, we're going to pursue this method and see if we can continue the story of the Rock Island YMCA.
I'm excited.
Me too. Other than intelligent responses and feeling surrounded, the fourth floor was oddly quiet. It was time to conduct an Estes method experiment on the first floor where Dan and Lisa operated their business. From here on out, the investigation becomes personal.
You're standing on my left side, aren't you?
Coward.
Coward? How did that fire start in here?
a minute.
Just a minute.
Just after.
Just after what?
They're all asleep.
They're all asleep.
It's beautiful. Hey,
Hey. Hey again. If I put my hand out, can you give me a slap my hand?
oh, the only one.
The only one? Just heard a little footstep.
There.
Yeah, I heard that over there. You coming in for that high five, aren't you? That crisp high five. Right over here. They're coming in. That's for sure.
He's coming.
Yeah, I heard him. Who is
Or
it?
worse.
Or worse. Who's coming that's worse?
I'll kill you.
Will ya? How? How are you going to kill me? Footsteps. That's kind of cool. I don't know if the labs can pick it up. All sorts of weird noises starting up. Another thump out there. Come to think of it, is there a choice at death? Can you cruise on? Or can you stay at a place like this?
Give up.
Give up? What do you mean by give up?
What, asshole?
I get that a lot.
Hello.
Player 4 has entered the match. Hi, how are you?
In here.
In where? Down in there?
Yes.
Who's down in there?
Give up.
Ain't giving up yet. We're going to get some answers out of you one way or another.
God.
God. We're surrounded by God. We're sitting in a YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association. It is practically a house of God. There's a church across the street, and then another church at the other side of the parking lot. What about God would you like to tell us about?
Come back.
Come back from where? We've been sitting here the whole time. Just trying to get a conversation.
Bible.
Bible? I don't know whether there's a Bible ad in this building. Another good thud above us. Somebody's upstairs trying to come down. Do you need a Bible? I can have Lisa bring you one.
I feel something to the left of me. It's been there the whole time. I can't hear you. I'm just letting you know.
We have been surrounded all night, and the presence was growing stronger. I was haunted by something that Lisa mentioned during our interview. I couldn't help but wonder if we felt the identical energy, the memory of her husband.
It's almost like you can feel him just standing there.
Are you standing on his left side? You came in on mine earlier.
I wonder why.
Wonder why you're on both of our left sides?
Dan.
Dan. Now we're getting somewhere. Dan who?
Mine.
This is Dan Viner, and you're telling us that this is your building? Because you've already told me that before, sir.
Sorry, friend.
Sorry for what?
I'm here.
Yeah, we know you're here, buddy. If this is Dan, we know you're here. The first time I came here, I knew you were here.
I did.
Another thought down there. Yeah, you did. I got you on that same device saying I'm Dan Viner. This is my building. Two more thuds down there. It's either another bat or something's moving around down there.
Sure. Help him.
Help him with what? He's fine. He's just sitting right there.
Chest.
Is there something wrong with his chest?
In here. Something just touched my foot.
Oh, yeah? Multiple thuds. Boom over there, and then boom behind us in the next room.
Hold her.
It's the second time we've... Who am I holding? There's no hers
Lisa.
here. Lisa.
Nope. I'm done after that one.
That was a pretty good Lisa.
Yeah.
Welcome back, buddy.
I'm not gonna do that.
Who's on this floor with us right now?
I'll see you later.
The husband.
The husband. I heard that.
What about the husband?
The temperature's going up. Did you hear that? We hear you down there. Hi.
Get on with it.
Get on with it. Do you want to join us? Witches? Z?
He's right there. What do you need to tell him?
You asked. My battery on my camera just went from half full to 10 minutes remaining.
Cool.
This session was short-lived. Our batteries drained and we lacked the physical and mental energy to continue after a 6-hour investigation. Let me be transparent with you. My full name is Zachary Seth William Smith. That's exactly what I heard during the editing process. I still cannot believe this, let alone twice. This place, based on my experience alone, told me that Dan is still here.
You had quite the experience.
That was surreal. It kind of took all of the energy out of me, actually, because of empathy. And just imagining how hard that must be for her.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing in life that's not fair. And when you pass away before your time, if you will, there's always remnants that are left behind beyond memories. And this is Dan's furniture store. It is his baby, and now his baby runs it.
That's right.
This is about Lisa. The story moving forward is about Lisa. It's her haunting.